We've been taught that saving money is the responsible thing to do, that stacking dollars in a bank account is the adult move, that delayed gratification equals long-term success, and that the path to wealth is paved by discipline. But what if that idea, as noble as it sounds, was planted in your mind by the very people who designed the system to bleed you dry? And what if you've been sold obedience disguised as responsibility? And what if saving money was never about building wealth, but keeping you predictable? So think about it. If they can print the money, why are you saving it? Now, I quickly just want to chuck this in here as well, just in case you're interested. And this is my new ebook called They Print, You Lose. Now, if you want to check this out, there'll be a link for this down in the description below. See, the answer is simple, but uncomfortable, because they taught you to, not for your benefit, but for theirs. See, saving in dollars only makes sense in a system where the money stores value, where the future is stable, where the rules don't change. But we don't live in that world anymore. We live in a world of artificial stimulus, manufactured inflation, and monetary policy built on trust that doesn't exist. And yet, well, most people still operate like we're in the 1950s, as if dollars are gold, as if banks are safe, and as if the number in your savings account actually means something. But it doesn't. It's just a reflection of the game. And the game is changing faster than you can react. See, when you save in fiat, you're doing three things. 1, you're storing value in a system that leaks by design. 2, you're trusting institutions that get paid to devalue your efforts. And 3, well, you're delaying life for a future that gets more expensive each and every year. And that's not an accident. The system wants you to save, not because it helps you, but because it gives them more control over your labour. Your liquidity becomes their leverage. Your savings become their liability. And the longer you hold on to it, the more it rots in your hands. But they won't tell you that, because obedient savers are the fuel that keeps the debt machine alive. So, let's go ahead and imagine a guy. Let's call him Mark. Mark makes $60,000 a year. He does the right thing, spends less than he earns, puts 10% into savings, builds an emergency fund, and reads The Millionaire Next Door. He doesn't speculate. He doesn't chase trends. He just wants peace of mind and stability. But 10 years go by. His savings accounts grow, but not much. Interest rates stayed low. Inflation ran hot, and rent doubled. Groceries jumped, and gas, well, don't ask about that. But now Mark looks at his account and realizes something brutal. He wasn't saving money, he was saving purchasing power, and that power has been bleeding out of his account for over a decade. So what did he really save? Time? No. Security? No. Options? Definitely not. All he saved was obedience. See, the brilliance of fiat isn't that it works, it's that it feels like it works, and long enough for you to get trapped. You save in dollars. They say, good job, you're responsible. You delay gratification. They say, smart move, keep at it. You forego joy for now, for a future you hope will get better. But the future is already shrinking, because they're printing it away, and they're calling it growth. See, it's like running on a treadmill that quietly increases its speed. You think you're moving forward, but you're just burning energy in place, and while the rules shift under your feet. And if you ever start questioning it, well, they dangle a new slogan. Invest smarter, trust the Fed, let the experts handle it. But none of it's true, but all of it feels responsible. And that's enough to keep you from exiting. See, saving fiat isn't just a financial decision. It's a belief system, a belief that the future will be better, that value can be preserved, that systems built on trust are more stable than systems built on truth. But that belief was programmed. Now you inherited it from parents who lived in a different era, from textbooks written before the money printer caught fire, and from advisors who profit when you don't move. And worst of all, well, from your own fear. Because what's the alternative? Volatility, responsibility, owning your own keys? Well, that's terrifying at first. But what's more terrifying is spending your whole life deferring freedom in a system that was never designed to deliver it. So let's come back to the question. If they can print it, why are you saving it? Seriously, why are you saving it? Would you save sand in a bucket full of holes? Would you store food in a freezer with the door open? Well, probably not, because you'd see the loss, you'd feel the waste. But with fiat, the decay is invisible, it's silent, and socially accepted. See, everyone's leaking value, but nobody wants to look down at the puddle. So, here's the pivot. Don't stop saving in what they control, because you can't build freedom on someone else's balance sheet. You can't store time in a melting asset, and you can't find peace inside a spreadsheet they can edit at will. So start saving what they can't print: time, energy, truth, Bitcoin. Save in skills, save in sovereignty, and save in a form of money that respects your effort. Because the real risk isn't volatility, it's dependence, it's delay, it's deferring life for a promise that was never meant to be kept. So if you're still saving in dollars, ask yourself, am I saving because it's smart or because I was told it's safe? Because in a world where they can create money out of thin air, the only thing that's truly scarce is conviction. And the longer you wait for permission, well, the less of your life you'll own. So don't save in their system, exit it quietly, decisively, and completely. Now, if you want to go deeper down this Bitcoin rabbit hole, then I have a free ebook that you might want to check out. It's called Orange Pilled: The Bitcoin Awakening. Now, what I'll also do is leave a link for this as well down in the description. Now, I do also quickly want to chuck this disclaimer in here as well, and I highly suggest just pausing the video and having a little read. Now, if you've made it this far, and if you're looking for something else to watch, then click right here and have a watch of this.